Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of the Couch Conversations. We are so excited to be doing this. Like, it's proof that our marriage is working. Somebody just wondering, what did he just... Yeah, because we teach that, you see, marriage is for purpose, and if you're not fulfilling God's purpose with your marriage, you're just wasting your time. All right? So, but that's not the focus today. We have been talking about signs or tips to see and know that you are dating a narcissist. And of course, our conclusion and our counsel is that you do not marry that person, you break the relationship. All right, so while we teach relationship and marriage with all passion and want people to enjoy it, we also are careful not to allow wrong people or a wrong combination happen. So that's what we've been teaching on this series. And quick recap. In the first episode, which if you have not watched, you should go back and see, we dealt with the concept of narcissism in the primary sense, touched a little bit on what narcissism is not, explained that it's a personality disorder, and why we're not trying to make you professionals who go around pointing at people and calling them narcissists. We wanted to give you enough information on which you can take critical decisions of life, whether you are going to be with a person or not be with them. Then in that episode, we also took the time to look at narcissism from the perspective of love bombing you and using rush, all right, to get you into a situation. Go watch the first episode on this series and you get all of that information. In the next episode, which was part 2 of the series, we dealt with 2 more traits and signs that when you see, you know you are dealing with a narcissist. We dealt with the subject of lack of empathy and over-bloated ego, and we touched on that. So that's the second episode, all right, in this series. Today, on the third episode, we are going to extend the conversation with 2 more traits. Then we'll conclude in the next episode with 2 other traits. That means we're giving you 7 traits to look out for to realize or come to the conclusion that this relationship is too toxic or risky to take on into marriage. And let me quickly say, Satan never comes as Satan. He always comes as an angel of light. That means you got to be watchful, and that's where we lay the foundation to say that you do 2 key things in the process of dating and courtship. Number 1, you observe. That's what the eyes can see. Number 2, you discern. That's what your spirit can pick in the place of prayer. And we just hope that you have been paying attention to this conversation. And before we get into this conversation again, we urge you, invite your family or friends. Let it not be that somebody goes through a circumstance that you could have avoided if you shared the truth with them. On that note, I welcome you, and this is my beloved wife. She's not this quiet. She just kept quiet because I was talking. So welcome. We have not kissed on set. We kissed earlier when we're starting. So let's just give a kiss.
By the way, when you were presenting, I just thought to mention, thank you for doing purpose with me.
Oh my God. Knock me that kiss now. Oh, yeah. Good. So that's how you get lipstick in marriage. It's very good. All right. So trait number 4. Now, this trait has been a theme, or it has featured in all the other traits we have mentioned. Self-centeredness.
Yeah, and that's because these guys we're talking about, these people are obsessed with themselves.
In fact, they should not be in a relationship. Because you see, the day you choose to be in a relationship, you are actually making a choice to put one ahead of yourself. You see, even in the community of believers, in the ecclesia, the Bible says we should prefer one another, all right? See, when it comes to the issue of preference, I'm choosing a relationship because I have something to offer my wife, all right? So if I come into a relationship with her and it's about me, then I shouldn't even be in the relationship.
Yeah, because you're coming to be a helpmeet, you're coming to be a support,
exactly.
You're coming to be a companion.
Exactly.
And when that is missing in a relationship, when a relationship is all about you, it becomes very toxic.
Exactly. And you see, so one of the things you see, let's just get into some of the characteristics of this, is you realize that every conversation is centered around them. Their interests, their goals, their this. You see, they leave little or no room at all for their partner. And that's a problem, because you see, we're in this for both of us. And like we teach, when it comes to a wholesome relationship, none of you is as important as both of you. That means both of you become a person That's what the Bible said, they become one flesh. All right. So if you do not relate in a way that both of us have a seat on the table of destiny, then we have a problem. So you realize that subtly and directly, indirectly, every conversation seems to go just around their interests, their stuff, their future. So in fact, we're going to say this in one of the other points, but let me use that expression. The thing about their self-centeredness is a narcissist is a very selfish person. And guess the kind of person they easily date? Selfless people. Because the selfless person is an opposite. The selfless person finds it easy to be about another. This person finds it easy to be about themselves. And if care is not taken, the selfless person does not even pick the toxicity because the selfless person is used to being selfless. You know, but when you look closely, no matter how selfless you are, if the conversation on the table or the issues of the relationship never revolves around your interest, your well-being, your health, your life, then there's a problem. So don't be toxically selfless, because some people are toxically selfless. And let me quickly say this, because this one falls in my jurisdiction. You see, this is why a lot of men of God who have missed it on the pulpit also have enough people to use. I can collect money from you rightly to use for the purpose of God. I can collect money from you wrongly. It's not every offering that is useful to God. There are offerings that are just a revelation of people's manipulation. End of story. Do you get what I mean? So, because I use this example. I heard it from a man of God many years ago. See, when the widow of Zarephath gave her last, she lived. In this generation, people give their last and die. Hello? Because every time God moved and made for sacrificial giving, it was not to kill people. Yeah. Do you understand? Because it's in this generation that people are killing their Isaac and going without a child. When God did not even allow Isaac to die. Do you understand? You have sown and sown and sown. You are not reaping. There's a problem with the equation. I'm not fighting sowing. We sow a lot. In fact, we ourselves were seed. And the first place we sow this seed called us is R&M. Do you understand? We serve in our local church. So I'm not fighting giving. Do you understand what I'm saying? But just believers will understand. So let's go back to narcissism. So you see, the selfless person easily finds themselves attracted and doing life with a selfish person. See, there's something called overcompensating, where you are overdoing and the energy is not matching your energy at all. Then when you look at this narcissist, you just realize, See, sit back and that relationship you are in, what finger have they moved? What effort have they made? What other thing have they done that is outside their direct interest? If you can't find it, it is well.
Because if the load of the relationship is, the burden of running the relationship is all laid upon you, you are the one putting the effort, you are the one striving to make sure that the relationship is growing, that everybody is having peace and everybody is happy, then there's a problem. That imbalance is not good, and you need to really look, am I dating a narcissist?
And that's, you see, I love that word. They need the imbalance. And let me just go to the next point. We'll come to the imbalance subject in another trait. One of the things you see when you see self-centeredness is that they don't compromise for anything. It's either their way or no way. Do you realize that love in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 tells us that he does not seek his own way? See, the narcissist is his way or no other way. Like, you see, it starts from little things to big things. Somehow, they are not just agreeable. Hope you know one of the qualities that keeps a relationship going is agreeability. Yeah. The capacity to take another opinion and reason with it. And that's why it's very easy for a narcissist to bring you to the point where you begin to second-guess yourself. You start feeling dumb. Because if you are with somebody that you look up to for validation, who has never agreed with anything you say, never compromised with anything you say, never adjust to anything you say, you soon start questioning, do you even have the capacity to think right? Yeah. Are you sure I'm not dumb? Are you sure I'm not stupid? That's why when you're with a narcissist, one of the things that happens to you is that you constantly will deal with low self-esteem. Yeah. You'll be second-guessing yourself, like, am I good enough? Am I worthy? Does anybody like me? Then, one big mistake people now make, you now overcompensate. You go out of your way. You're trying to win the person. You're trying to win their validation. You're trying to win their trust. Let me tell you the truth. For a narcissist, no matter what you do, you're not going to win that validation.
It is never enough.
The personality disorder thrives on your being unable to actually be validated. You cannot be validated. He needs you, or she needs you in that position to feel good. All right? So it's extremely important to appreciate that this person is self-centered. And the other point under self-centeredness is that they are the most entitled people in the world. Nobody's as entitled as them. They want to earn what they have. They want to get a reward they have not earned for any reason. Just, you see, it must be about, you must just do this, you must just do that. Then you see, you start hearing all those kind of blackmailing comments. If you love me, you will do it. If you love me, you do it. If you love me, can't you earn something in your life? Can't you inspire something? Even the Bible said that we love him because he first loved us. He did not just come to us expecting us to just love him. He went and died. Have you died any death? Do you understand? Because relationship is full of death in several respects. You have to compromise. You have to give something. All right? So, very entitled because they must just take the reward. All right? And that's what leads to even the next point. They are easily double standard. Because, you see, when it's you, they have a valid excuse. When it's them, you should have no excuse. So they are always shifting the goalposts. Why? It must serve their interest. So, you see, it's just like people that... let me give this example. We used to share it when we were younger in Makurdi. Somebody was writing a love letter to his babe. Like, I love you to the moon and back. I love you to heaven and back. He said all manner of things. I will see you next week if it doesn't rain. After your letter, say, I'll cross 7 mountains for you. I'll cross the ocean for you. I will do this for you. I will do that for you. I will see you next week if it doesn't rain.
You can't beat the rain for me.
I mean, mountains, oceans. Now rain has stopped you. All right? So one of the ways you see self-centered people is that when it comes to the point where they should take responsibility, they don't. But when it comes to taking benefits, with every joy, with every gladness. So they expect you to sacrifice and sacrifice and sacrifice and sacrifice and sacrifice, but they would never, ever, ever find it easy. Even if they do it. There's something they say in my place. Igala people. Icha. People who do and talk. So, just imagine sitting a person down like, if not me that did so and so. If you mock them with even the few things you manage to do. So because you have to put them down to feel okay. All right? So it's extremely important. That's a self-centered person. It's just about them. If it doesn't revolve around, revolve around, marry a wife that can correct you. All right? If it doesn't revolve around them, there's problem. All right? So it's extremely important to look at that. We have a few other things on this point. We seem to be beating our time, and we are supposed to take 2 today. So we are going to take it, so it's going to be a long episode, right? If not, the series will just become long now. But you're enjoying it, aren't you? You are. All right, let me just read the 3 other points under this point so that we can move. All right, so they are double standard. I said that already. The standard is always what suits them, and it's never fixed. So they shift the goalpost when they want to score the goal. All right? They constantly need to put you in a position where you are small or made insignificant to make them feel big. That's all we have been explaining about their self-centeredness. All right? Sadly, most self-centered people meet selfless people. Initially, it would feel like a good match until they realize that you are losing yourself and dying. The imbalance is unhealthy. You need to come to that conclusion. All right? No matter your good intentions, you cannot survive a person who doesn't see you. End of story. All right, let me not say more. We've said a lot about self-centeredness. We have another point for today's episode. We need to take it. Chronic lying. That's point number 5. Chronic. Let me just give a synopsis of this chronology of the lying so that Julia will jump in on this conversation. Let me show you how a narcissist does it. Number 1, they will deny it even in the face of it. Then layer 2, if they are caught with so much evidence that they cannot lie again, they gaslight. And gaslighting includes they look for something else to blame for their wrong. The thing is, they can never want to take responsibility for even their wrongs and weaknesses. Then layer number 3, let's assume the evidence is so overwhelming, you cannot look at any other thing as the cause. They are the cause. They now gaslight you proper. You are overreacting. So they move from what they did to your reaction. And guess what? Narcissists are so grounded in this matter. If they report the thing to a third party, you'll be amazed how devilish you will look.
They have to lie so that the narrative can always be on their side.
Exactly.
So that they are the ones that are validated.
Exactly.
And you see, the thing about the lies they tell is that it leaves you confused. Because two of you were, preview to the facts of the matter. But the way they twist and turn things around, it leaves you feeling confused, wondering like...
Are you real? Like, are you...
Maybe there's something wrong
hallucination?
Perhaps I'm going crazy. You know, because they find it so easy to tell. They tell lies seamlessly.
You know, just like the Bible says now, that you have your father the devil, when he tells a lie, he speaks in his native tongue. Do you get? So, in fact, I watched this video. It was a short video. The video was so funny. Do you know, the man's wife walked into the room and met the guy on the bed with another woman. And she was so confused. You know what the guy did? He just stood up. Oh, welcome. How are you doing? How's work? Like, he was acting so normal. Like, the wife could not even react. She froze. Like, okay. Like, the woman just, it's like the woman was trained by him. The woman just also stood up, dressed up, left the house. So the guy was making the bed, like, do you want lunch? Do you want? He was just acting normal. At a point, she began to question her reality, like, okay, it's not true. I didn't see anything. Like, I'm lying. I'm deceiving myself. I'm just saying what I want to see. She was that, I mean, the lady was trying to, like, what was happening? The guy asked her, like, what? Like, welcome back. Do you want coffee? Do you want tea? Who is she? Who? Like, who?
Who?
What was she doing here? In a matrimonial bed? What are you talking about? Like, the guy was just go like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I was just lying down here. At the point, the woman was like, no. Like, she's going crazy. Like, yeah. I'm seeing things. I'm hallucinating. Do you get what I was saying? So, see, anybody who brings you to the point where you begin to question your honest, genuine reality, let me tell you the truth. Julia was there on a certain day. I was speaking to this dear sister on the phone. I mean, she's been through some circumstances, and I had to back at her. I'm not kidding. I had to say to her over the phone, I said, listen to me, and whenever this devil comes back to you, remember I said this. You have no problem. You know what you went through. You know how patient you were. I had to reinforce to her that you were patient, you were kind, you were thoughtful, you sought counsel, you were not hasty. I had to shout it and shout. I was speaking over the phone. I said, remember this anytime, because at this point we were speaking, I could see that she was second-guessing herself. She was going back to so many thoughts. She was reviewing what she did, what she didn't do, her reaction, her response. And her response was to save her marriage. Her response was to save her children. But at this point, you see, this guy was acting in such a way that, you know, she was already questioning her reality, putting the blame on herself. And I had to back it, like, no, don't do that. Don't let that devil lie to you. He lied from the beginning, he's still lying. So you want to be careful. Now, why are we saying these things? Like we told you earlier, it's a disorder that a professional needs to say this is what it is. But you see, you are the professional of your own life.
Yeah.
Whether a person can get it. I think
you need to say that again.
You are the professional that your life and there's destiny needs. If you see certain signs, see, let me tell you the truth. Remember where we started, the very first point. They start by love bombing, many of them. They give you emotions at first that sometimes you foolishly are still holding on to, but this used to be nice. I want to restore my relationship. Some people come to me for restoration. No, it's not restoration, it's burial. Let's bury the relationship. You don't need to restore it. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's important. Look at the facts, okay? Any more thing? Why you just love struck with me, looking at me just... Can't you control yourself?
No, you know.
Must you love me this much?
I do. You took me by surprise.
Oh my God. I took me by surprise. All right.
You know, so.
Oh, my wife can't even help herself looking at me. Oh, 20-something years later, I say, oh God, my charm is strong. My God. Oh, I release you. Continue.
See, you're taking away
all the points.
My words.
Somebody just wondering. Don't edit this part out. This part, couch conversation is real. So let them see that I have effect. My God. Shambra dosalia.
Please.
Shibra. Ekuzagaba. Ebrodoja. Father. Let's just wrap up the point.
It is your life. You are the professional here. Look at things critically. Don't second guess yourself and, you know, just keep making excuses for their lies, for their attitudes, for the things that they keep bringing up, because they are always full of drama. Be truthful to yourself and secure your future by taking decisive action. Don't keep enduring and keep waving things away. When you see these signs, act on it, because your future, your life depends on it, literally. And you don't want it to walk all the way into marriage, and then you have kids, and then you bring them into all this trouble.
And please seek a second opinion, because the narcissist, like we described in one of the traits, would isolate you. At this point, they are literally the only person in your life. You don't listen to any other person. You are not confiding in any other person, because they want to control the narrative of how you feel. So it's extremely important to, you see, the Bible says in the multitude of counsel there's safety. You need to find the right voices in your life that can speak into your life and help you appreciate where you are, what you're up to, and what's going on in your life. All right, I know you experienced and enjoyed that our love moment. Don't tell any other person. Just enjoy the points we're making. Not that I love you, Dovi. But you see, marriage is very sweet. If you are not married, like Nathan behind this camera, you better hasten that marriage process and marry on time. All right, because
but marry well.
Yeah, but
marry the right
Philip knows what he's enjoying now. You see, because since Philip married, come and see smile. See, You see, John doesn't even know what they're experiencing, because they are happy. Like Sammy now, his wife took care of him. All right, guys, God bless you. See you in the next episode when we conclude the conversation on traits to look out for the dating a narcissist. God bless you.
God bless you.